Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you here for our June meeting. And you see we have new technology here. I can make it work maybe. Maybe not. There we, whoa, oh, Lloyd. You get the idea, I think. Welcome, everybody. We'll come to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silent prayer. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll start off with the approval of the minutes from April 25th, May 6th, and May 8th, 2025. Motion is second. All in favor, please raise your hand. Lori, is that up? Thank you. Yes, it's unanimous. We have some guests here today. First, any youth council here or scouts? Are there any new county commission members here? Could they stand, please? Jeff Jones, thank you for being here. Welcome, and I'm looking forward to working with you and your team. Thank you. All of us are. All right. Presentations. First of all, presentation retirement plaque for Robin Hatley, 24 years of service to the city of Concord. So, Robin, could you come forward? And I'm coming down here. See? It works. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Congratulations. Let me read some things here, and then I want to present you with a plaque. We have worked together for many years, and Robin began her career at City of Concord in May of 2001. She worked in customer service department, assisting citizens with utility billing, questions, and concerns. She served customers as a walk-in representative as well as through the call center. Robin worked with the Fire Administration Department for 1 year as administrative assistant as well. During that time, she decided her heart was with customer care, and she transferred back to finish her career assisting citizens over the phone every day with our customer care team. She's worked a total of 24 years with City of Concord, supporting citizens of Concord. It's clear that Robin's authentic, down-to-earth, and her personality have been the cornerstone for her successful career, making her ideal customer service specialist. Robin is known for her ability to make everyone laugh. The other day I had to make a call for something, and by the end of it I was laughing, and she got it done, of course. Making her an ideal customer service specialist. Robin is known for her ability to make everyone laugh. She's bright in the mood of anyone, whether it be a customer or colleague. We appreciate Robin for all you've done for many years of loyal service to the City of Concord. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. And before I present you the plaque, who do you have here tonight?
I have my husband here and my supervisor and my coworker.
Okay. So, which is your husband? Which is your supervisor?
Angela.
I know. And who else?
Ann.
Ann. Hello, Ann. Good to see you too. So we just want to give you this so you can remember us, and that thank you for all your years of service. Anything else you'd like to say to us?
That's it. I've certainly enjoyed working here. I've enjoyed working here. I started, oh my goodness, many moons ago, and I've worked at a lot of different locations. I've met a lot of different people and a lot of changes, seen a lot of changes through the years. with Concord. So I couldn't think of a better place to be retiring from. I'm proud, and maybe one day you'll see me again, right?
I hope so. Yes. Well, if you could, we're going to get a picture here together.
Sure.
I'll take
Okay.
that now. Thank you. And council would like to say a word to you too also. If you could just walk on down and the gauntlet. Again. Thank you for everything. On item 2, the proclamation recognizing 16th to 22nd of June as National Pollinators Week. We did that on Tuesday. Next, we're recognizing Thursday, June 19th, 2025 as Juneteenth. Is there anybody here representing Juneteenth that would like to come forward? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and enter this for the record. Whereas Juneteenth, also known as Emancipation Day, Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, and Black Independence Day, represents the day when all enslaved people, particularly those in Texas, were notified of their freedom. Whereas Juneteenth is the oldest known celebration commemorating the end of slavery in the United States, and whereas Juneteenth became the 12th federal holiday, June of 2021, and whereas Juneteenth reminds us to acknowledge and condemn the history of slavery and recognize its ongoing impact on our country. Now, therefore, I, William C. Dush, Mayor of the City of Concord and City Council of Concord, do hereby proclaim proclamation in honor of June 19, 2025 as being recognized as Juneteenth in Concord. Thank you very much.
Mayor, before you move on,
You got it.
say something. First, I'd like to acknowledge, I know we have at least one Concord Juneteenth committee member here, Reverend Anthony, if you please stand. And we have sort of a new person to the community that will be participating in our Juneteenth celebration, and that's Pastor Myron McLean, if you will please stand. Thank you all so much. And our Juneteenth festival will be on June 28th, so we pushed it back a little bit, from 11 to 5 at Barber Scotia College. So come out, we'll have food, vendors, music, so just come out and enjoy the festivities.
Thank you, Betty, and thank you very, very much. Next, presentation by Miss Cabarrus County 25, Jamie Logan. Welcome. Yes. Let's give her a round of applause for being here tonight. You can come back up here. Yes. Hello.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Jamie, nice to meet you.
Bill.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jamie Logan, and I have the incredible honor and privilege of being Miss Cabarrus County 2025. I will actually represent Cabarrus County when I compete for the title of Miss North Carolina in 2 weeks, so that's super exciting, yes. So throughout my year of service, I do something called a community service initiative. My community service initiative is all about the importance of involvement and participation in sports. So I work with a lot of organizations, not only right here in Cabarrus County, but across the state of North Carolina. I've worked with Special Olympics, Girls on the Run, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, and Senior Games. So those are the 4 big organizations that I work with, but my goal as Miss Cabarrus County from the time that I was crowned to the time that I compete at Miss North Carolina is to do 100 appearances in 155 days, and I'm well on my way to do that. So I'm excited to compete at Miss North Carolina, and I hope to bring the Miss North Carolina crown back to Cabarrus County. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We now have a presentation by Mr. Robert Neal. Robert here tonight? Well, if he comes in later, we have to do that then. And We have a special item to add. Council, can we add a sixth presentation? Is there a motion? Got a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. And I will hand it over to Lloyd. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So last month, we were very honored to recognize Steve Osborne as our retiring Planning and Neighborhood Development Director. We had hoped a very special recognition would come in for us to present to him that night. It did not. It actually came in the very next morning. And so we somehow conned Steve into coming back this evening so that we could properly recognize him with this special recognition. So Mayor, if you would.
Okay. For more than half a century, North Carolina governors have bestowed their highest praise and grateful appreciation upon citizens of our state by conferring with them the most special award. Among the recipients of this award are familiar names like Andy Griffin, Bill Friday, Reverend Billy Graham, Maya Angelou, Dale Earnhardt, Michael Jordan, and General Henry Hughes Shelton and Bob Timberlake. We are now proud to witness one of our own taking an honored place among North Carolina's notables, and others who have given exemplary service and made an outstanding contribution to our state. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present you a certificate inducting you into the Order of the Longleaf Pine. Congratulations. And while you're standing here with this, hold it proudly, because I want to read some things here. The certificate reads, Josh Stein, Governor, reposing the special confidence and integrity, learning, and zeal of Mr. Stephen Ryan Osborne. I do these, and I confer the Order of the Longleaf Pine with the rank of Ambassador Extraordinaire. Privileged to enjoy full rights granted in a member of this exalted order, and among which is special privilege to propose the following North Carolina toast in select company anywhere in the free world. Are you ready? You remember this. Here's to the land of the longleaf pine, the summer land where the sun does shine, where the weak grow strong and the strong grow great. Here's down home, the old North State. Congratulations. Thank you. Again. Yeah. Yeah. So you know you didn't want to come back today, but aren't you glad you came back for another visit?
Yes, sir, very much.
Uh-huh.
Yes, thank you, thank Council Lloyd, thank all of you. Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, recognition like this, it doesn't come in a vacuum. As I've talked about, I've been blessed with great leadership, but also great coworkers and great teammates, and just kind of captures all of it. So I don't know. I'm very humbled and very appreciative.
Well, we are proud to have you here and for all you've done for the city for the last 36 years, I guess that's right. And Lloyd, could we get Council and you down here for a picture? Council, come on down. We're going to all do it together with you in the middle. We'll figure this out.
Thank you.
Oh, man. It came in Friday. So.
I get a hug, Steve?
Oh, yeah. You sure do. I sure appreciate you.
Lloyd, if you could stand right here. And we need to balance ourselves out to have.
Some of y'all can come down here.
Yeah.
Short people up front. Short folks like you.
How's that?
I know, I was like, where's Lori? I should stand
Steve?
with her.
All the short people. Steve, come on. Stop all this.
Okay. We're about set. Here we go. Just sort of angle in.
Just right dress.
Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. One last time, guys. All right, we also have a school board member, Greg Mills, if you'll stand so we can acknowledge your presence here. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. We're now in departmental reports, Parks and Recreation bond update.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. I'll call on Sheila to come forward to give the monthly report to council on our bond projects.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council, Mr. Payne, Ms. Kolchinsky, Ms. Deason. Tonight, I will provide the June update on our bond projects. First is the financial information. This has been updated based on investment earnings. We increased by $143,310, bringing the underfunded availability to a little over $2.1 million. Next is public update meetings. For June, we had 2 scheduled. One was on June 4th at Fire Station 9. That has been completed. The next one is scheduled for June 25th at Hartselle Recreation Center. Projects under construction. First is Dorton Park. The park is open, but the north end of the park is still closed for the stream restoration along the bank repair along Cottle Creek. That still is underway. It's estimated and is planned to be finished by July 17th. And on the right, you can see the bank repair work along Cottle. Next is the Academy Gibson McGinnis Aquatic Center. Construction is complete. Contractor is working on the punch list items. The ceremony was held on May 23rd, and the pool is open for the season. Next is Marvin Caldwell Park. Construction continues for this project. They're currently working on storm drainage, mass grading, and infrastructure, and the project is still on schedule to be completed next spring. Jim Ramsor Park. On Monday, June 9th, we had the groundbreaking ceremony. The notice to proceed's been given to J.D. Goodrum for the end of the month. We estimate the timeline for this project 2 years. Next projects that are underway. For the Academy Gibson Athletic Fields, design has been approved by council. We are working on bid documents. We hope to bid this project late summer. We did receive, as mentioned in previous updates, a grant to do a traffic garden. The picture in the top left is what a traffic garden looks like. We have started that design for that as a part of that grant, and this last week we had our first site visit from the designer. Next is Dave Phillips Park. Design has been approved by council. We are preparing bid documents for this project. We hope to bid this project early fall. Next is the Academy Gibson Skate Park Pump Track and Sculpture Garden. Design for this project continues. We hope and are planning to bring design to council for approval this August. Hartselle Park and Hartselle Recreation Center complex. This design is still underway. We hope to bring this back to council for design approval in November. The Poplar Tent Trailhead Park, this project is being designed internally, And we continue to work with NCDOT on the driveway between this park and Carolina International School. Future parks. Wilson Street Park design has started. That again is also internal. We are in the preliminary design phase for this. Next will be WW Flow. Design for this park will begin in 2026. Next is the Academy Recreation Center. That will be the last bond project. We will start design on that in 2027. This is the current timeline. There are no major updates to the timeline right now. And as we move through design, as it changes, I will make sure council gets a copy of the updated schedule. And I will be glad to answer any questions.
Any question from council?
I don't have a question, but Sheila, I like how you laid out the photo and that was super helpful, like just kind of visualizing that, so looks great.
Yes.
Thank you.
And that was a nice event for Jim Ram Sewer Park.
Thank you
Very
very
nice.
much.
Okay, we'll move on to persons requesting to be heard. I have two individuals sign up. Bob Nixon will come forward. Let me read you how we handle this, maybe. Oh, it's underneath here. This portion of the meeting is our time to recognize persons requesting to be heard and provide an opportunity for anyone wishing to address the City Council to do so. Each person will receive 3 minutes to address the council. This is a time of listening for council. The subject will be noted and required action or request. The city manager will note of such and provide steps for any required response or after action. We have your contact information, but make sure when you come up here, you always leave your contact information so we can get back to you. With that said, Bob, you want to come forward? That's fine. And I have Rick Burridge signing up too. Okay.
Thank you for allowing us time to come up here. I'll try to make it very brief. We have a sewer allocation filed for, hopefully heard this month. And wanted to talk about what the project is. The project's on Burridge Road. It's 26.23 acres. It's age restricted, 55 and older. We think it's something the city doesn't have right now, and something that we're looking forward to the builder coming in. The builder's David Weekley Homes. They're a national builder. They do a lovely job. They're privately owned. I've worked with them about 17 years. First of all, I want to thank the planning department and Steve for Kevin for their help in going through all this. Anyway, they gave us a lot of guidance and gave us direction. Basically, it's an HOA controlled community. It's irrigation's provided, all the landscaping's taken care of. And really what we wanted to do is see if the council had any questions that we might answer.
We would get back to you with that at a later date.
Okay,
Please proceed.
I think that's everything we have.
Okay. Rick, do you have anything to add?
I can. We met with the current property owner today. And at this time, Bob and I, we both grew up on Burridge Road. We swam in the same creek. I was just about 3 decades after him.
Yeah.
But all of my family lives there. So it's really exciting for us. You hate to see any property, develop. Everyone, even engineers have that not in my backyard syndrome. But in this case, having 2 local guys that are doing a project, of all the things that could be built there, when people see the rezoning sign go up, you worry if it was before it was apartments or something high density. But and if there's anything we could hand pick, it would be one of these age restricted developments, deed restricted to 55 and older. And these are not like your duplexes that are very high density. We're meeting the same density requirement as the current zoning now, RM1. The only reason for the rezoning was to position the houses on more of a flat plateau, so all of the sidewalks meet ADA, flat driveways. That's just what they like. But these are 3,750 structural pads on 1 floor. They're big, nice homes, just single-story homes. They don't stand up as tall, not as visually obstructive. So, and of course, the age restricted for traffic and stuff. I drive through there 4 to 6 times a day. All of our family, my in-laws, everyone lives there. So it's just exciting. And in fact, to quote a really wise man, the property owner said earlier, he said, Steve Osborne told me, if there was something that you would have across the street from you, this would be it, is what you want. You mind if I quote you, Steve? I'm sorry if I misquoted that, but so we're pretty excited about the project. We think
Steve who?
yeah. I think you guys know him. But that's all I have. That's all I have.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
I have no one else signed up. Is there anyone like to speak? All right, no one else to speak. We'll go ahead and move on to our next items. Public hearings. Number one, we need a motion to open a public hearing to consider entering into a 3-year, 85% tax-based economic development agreement with TWG GM Performance Power Units.
So moved, Mayor.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. I have no one signed up for or against this. Is there anyone like to speak in regards to this item? There's no one to speak, so let's have a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved again, Mayor. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Back to council for a recommendation.
I'll second that.
All right.
So moved to present this.
Yeah. So as presented,
As presented.
okay? We have a motion and a second to approve this as presented. Ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Okay, I need a motion for conduct a public hearing pursuant to NC General Statute 158.7.1 and consider offering a contract 3 years, 85% based to municipal service economic development to K&D Properties. We have a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. All right, I have no one to sign up for or against this item. Is there anyone like to speak in regards to this item? With there being no one to speak, and a motion to close public hearing. Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Back to council for recommendation.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Motion to approve as written.
Second.
We got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number three, we need a motion to conduct a public hearing, consider approving an annexation agreement between the town of Harrisburg and Concord. We got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. All right, I have no one signed up for or against. Is there anyone like to speak in regards to this item? There's no one here to speak in regards to this item, therefore need a motion to close public hearing.
So moved, Mayor. Second.
Motion is second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. And back to council for recommendation.
Move to approve, Mayor. I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number four, conduct a public hearing pursuant to NC General Statute 159.12 to receive public comments in relative to the fiscal 25-26 budget. Is there a motion from council to open a public hearing? Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. All right, have no one to speak in regards to this, but Lloyd, it's in your capable hands now.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I understand there's no one to speak on the other public hearings, but I think it's important to provide some comments and context to council on the proposed budget. Mayor, members of council, tonight I am honored to present the proposed FY 25-26 budget for your consideration and adoption. More than just a financial plan, this budget serves as our strategic roadmap, directly reflecting the priorities outlined in council's strategic plan. I commend our dedicated staff for their diligent work in translating these goals into a practical and balanced plan, culminating in a budget built with a primary goal: maintain our current property tax rate while continuing to deliver the high-quality services our residents expect and demand. Meeting this goal required difficult choices and strategic prioritization. We evaluated potential expenditures, challenged long-standing practices, and made tough decisions to ensure that every tax dollar is used efficiently and effectively. The citywide budget that is proposed is $382,574,668 across all funds, including utilities and special revenue funds. That is an 8.1% increase over the current or FY25 adopted budget. Per the Cabarrus County Tax Collector's Office, the city's updated assessed property values are $24,756,331,083, which is a 6.8% increase over the previous year. Each 1 cent of the property tax rate generates $2.4 million after the city's collection rate of 99% is applied. While Concord continues to experience growth, we are also facing evolving economic realities. The normalization of sales tax revenue and persistent inflationary pressures demand a cautious approach to our finances. It is in this context that our commitment to holding the line on the tax rate becomes even more significant. The recommended general fund budget totals $165,649,000 and maintains the property tax rate at 42 cents. This budget continues to meet your goal of maintaining 30 to 35% of general fund balance, including the second year of a 4-year plan for dedicated contributions to align our fund balance percentages with levels recommended by the State Treasurer's Office for communities our size. It also includes strategic investments in your key priorities: transportation, parks and recreation, and affordable housing. This budget continues to designate $4.4 million to transportation improvements, $1.8 million toward our Greenway network, and $1.8 million to address the critical needs for affordable housing. These investments are vital for our community's future, and we have prioritized them with our existing resources. Achieving this balanced approach without a tax increase meant making deliberate choices. For FY26, this budget includes $3,998,595 from our general capital reserve funds. Of this, $2,213,595 will be transferred directly to a project fund to pay for crucial self-contained breathing apparatus units for our fire department. An additional $1.785 million will be transferred to the general fund for essential one-time capital equipment needs. At the core of this budget is a focus on efficiency. We made tough decisions to streamline operations, reallocate resources strategically, such as the shift of our buildings and grounds team to the general fund, and leverage technology, including the implementation of a unified human resources and finance ERP software system. These measures ensure we are maximizing the value of every taxpayer dollar. This budget supports our ongoing efforts to encourage economic development opportunities for our community. Concord's recognition as a top city for small business and significant investment like Eli Lilly's underscore our success. The revitalization of downtown Concord, a project celebrated with the recent streetscape grand opening, further enhances our appeal and creates new opportunities for residents and businesses alike. Ensuring the safety of our residents remains a top priority. This budget includes 4 new dedicated police officers in our downtown area and begins the design process for a new Fire Station 13. It also invests in critical infrastructure that enhances connectivity, including improvements at Concord Padgett Regional Airport and upgrades to fare collection in our public transit system. This budget sets aside funding to encourage long-term resilience of our utility infrastructure. It allocates resources for vital water, stormwater, and wastewater projects, as well as the continued investment in our electric system, a nationally recognized provider of reliable and safe public power. We are also proactively evaluating and repurposing existing city facilities, including the redesign of our old fleet facility to meet the needs of the radio shop. Concord is continuing to work on becoming a regional destination. This budget includes funding for increasing the number of events downtown and advancing transformative projects like the McGill Reuse Project. We're also making significant progress on our Parks and Recreation General Obligation Bond projects, with encouraging cost savings on the new GE Jim Ramsor Park, ensuring we can maximize the impact of these voter-approved funds. Effective engagement with our community is crucial. This budget includes investments in upgrading our notification systems to ensure timely and critical information reaches our residents and businesses. We also continue to support our vital nonprofit partners through grant funding, recognizing their essential role in our community's safety net and quality of life. Underpinning our ability to achieve your strategic goals and deliver exceptional services is our dedicated workforce, Team Concord. This budget includes important investments in their well-being and professional growth. Following the compensation study adjustments implemented this fiscal year, which improved our ability to attract and retain talent, I'm recommending a 3% cost of living adjustment for all employees effective the first full pay period in July. This increase recognizes the rising cost of living and ensures our employees can continue to live and work in our community. Furthermore, this budget includes merit-based increases ranging from 1% to 4%, directly aligned with individual employee performance. Our career development program will continue to provide opportunities for staff as well to enhance their skills. I'm proposing a 1.5% salary increase upon successful completion of those career development requirements. This investment in our employees' future benefits both the individual and the city as a whole. We have worked diligently to maintain comprehensive, affordable health care coverage for our employees. For the first time since 2020, I'm recommending a 5% premium increase for employees enrolled in most of our health care plans. This increase is a direct response to rising health care costs. New for the upcoming year, we will pilot an in-person employee assistance program at our wellness center, providing an additional layer of support for our team. Finally, we are addressing the increasing costs associated with the North Carolina Local Government Employees Retirement System, with contribution rates rising to 14.35% for general employees and 16.1% for law enforcement. Additionally, the city will continue its 5% contribution to employees' 401k retirement accounts. This budget will add only 7 new full-time positions, which includes the 4 police officers I previously mentioned, and 1 part-time position to meet the needs of our growing city, bringing the total number of authorized positions for the city to 1,252. This proposed budget underscores our commitment to fiscal stewardship. We have prioritized the needs of our community and made the difficult decisions necessary to maintain our current property tax rate. This budget ensures that Concord can continue to provide exceptional services without asking for more from our taxpayers. I humbly ask for your consideration and adoption of the proposed FY 2025-2026 budget. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Before we go any further, is there any other, before we close our public hearing, anybody like to make any comments or discussion? All right, back to council for a motion to close the public hearing. A motion and a second. Ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. And back to council for recommendation, discussion.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to say thank you to Team Concord. This has been a drama-free, deliberate process led by staff, supported by this council, and I am very proud to support this budget and feel very honored to be able to do so.
Mayor, I'd like to make a comment too. I think you heard Lloyd's narrative. One of our goals was to make sure we take care of our employees in this particular budget for years. In fact, in this budget, you can tell in Lloyd's narrative, much of that was geared towards associates within the city. It's the lifeblood of the city. It's what make it work. And I think it's a great budget, and according to that, and I'm all for it.
John?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to echo Terry there. We can have the nicest equipment, parks, and things of that nature, but if we don't have people to take care of it, operate it, and do the professional needs, we don't have anything. So taking care of our people is number one, and it shows in this budget, not only taking care of our citizens, Lloyd, but you've taken care of the people that take care of the citizens. That's important, so thank you.
I'd like to add, excuse me, thank you, Lord, and your staff for, putting this budget together. And as I said before, doing this work is not an easy task, and it takes time. So I really appreciate everything that you all done to make this budget possible.
I think if I have one comment to make, it's how happy I am that we're not changing our tax rate. I'm thrilled with that and what amount of work has gone into it to make that happen. I always say that Concord is the center of the universe, and this budget and the people that we have here that make it so great are indeed what makes it the center. So very pleased with all of your hard work.
I will say well done to everyone sitting out there and like to make a motion to approve the budget.
Mayor, I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. And is there any more comments? Are you ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Great job. Yeah.
So we do have a second part to this,
Okay.
the Cabarrus Arts Council portion of the external agencies.
Okay. That, and the reason for that is we have a member that's on that board, so we have to bring this out of our normal budget. So is there a motion to approve that part of the budget money? Okay. We have a second? Motion is second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Again, great job to you and your staff and all you've done for the past 6 months to get this done. Yeah, so you can take a week off. It's time to start again. Okay, got it. All right, that completes our public hearings. Now we're going to presentation of petition requests. Number 1, consider recognizing Allen Mills Homeowners Association, city's partnership for stronger neighborhood programs.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So Ray Sean did present this item to council on Tuesday at the work session. This is a request to include Allen Mills Homeowner Association as part of our Partnership for Stronger Neighborhoods program. We'll bring our total, as you see in your agenda notes, to 80 recognized neighborhoods. We ask for council's consideration of that this evening.
Okay, is there a motion from council? Got a motion and a second. Ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you. Number 2, consider accepting a recommendation the city move forward with development of the North Hanger development at Concord Pageant Regional Airport.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Dirk presented this item to council on Tuesday. This is our North Hanger project, and we are at the point where we need to issue the RFQ. And so this is the request to council this evening for you to allow us to move forward on that.
Okay, is there a motion from council?
I'll second that, Mayor.
Got a motion and a second. Ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 3, consider awarding a bid, authorize city manager to execute a contract with Broadlink Telecom.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bethany discussed this item with council on Tuesday evening. This is for the installation, removal, upgrade, and maintenance of our fiber lines throughout the city. Broadlinks Telecom is the low bid for this project, and the amount, as you see in your agenda notes, is not to exceed $400,000, which is part of the budget that council just adopted.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council?
So moved, Mayor.
We got a motion and a second. Ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 4, consider purchasing 6 distribution pad mount transformers from Wesco.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jaron from our electric department discussed this item with council on Tuesday evening. The request is for us to purchase 6 pad mount transformers from Wesco Distribution. The total quote for that is $279,158. We'd ask council to allow us to move forward with that contract.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council to move forward? Got a motion second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 5, consider entering into agreement with North Carolina Department of Transportation in order to install roadway lighting on 85 and Campus Parkway, George Lyles Parkway interchange.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So Philip discussed this item on Tuesday with council. This is an item that you've seen before and approved. DOT has come back and asked us in the city of Kannapolis to split the non-federal match. And so our portion of that, if council would allow us to move forward, will be $66,666.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council? We got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 6, consider awarding total bid for the City of Concord Annual Street Preservation Program to Farabee Corporation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So Philip also covered this item for council. This work was bid out as part of our city's annual street preservation program. Farabee Corporation was the low bid in the amount of $4,972,499.95. This would include a little over 17 lane miles and 2,000 tons of patching across city streets and infrastructure. And so we'd ask that you allow us to move forward with this contract.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council? Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 7, consider adopting an ordinance amendment and align methods of service provisions within the city code. Permissible methods of service allowed by the general statutes. Wow, go ahead.
So this is actually mine.
I know it is.
Lloyd doesn't want anything to do with this. So these are just amendments that will realign the code with the existing state statutes and will help code enforcement officers have a standardized way of maintaining service on their cases.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
We got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Now, just if you're watching this and the first time here, remember, this process goes on for several weeks or months to get to this point. We receive our agenda after staff has created, based upon what we're all discussing for the last month, we get it last Friday. Tuesday, we have a work session. At the work session, we go in detail through all these items, any questions we have. Then on Thursday, that's when we have the vote. That's why Thursday sometimes moves so fast. It's because we've done a lot of homework and a lot of effort to get to this point. Just wanted to make sure that everybody understands that. So we go to item 8, consider adopting ordinance amending city code, Code of Ordinance, Chapter 62, Water and Wastewater Utilities.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jeff went over this item with council on Tuesday at the work session. As part of the budget that council just approved was the annual schedule of fees as well. Part of that is reflected in the information in your agenda packet. You'll see under Block 1 and Block 2, those changes have been made to the amount of gallons for each of those blocks. You can see what has been lined through and what has been added. And then also part of this as well is to make some changes to our backflow devices and repair timelines for failed inspections, and you can see that noted in your agenda item as well. So we'd ask that council allow us to make these changes to city code.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council? A motion is second. Any discussion?
I would just like to thank you, Jeff, and Lloyd, you as well, for all the effort you put in today for me, on my behalf, to understand how this broke down a little bit more. All that effort made me feel really good about it. So thank you so much.
Yep.
Did not go unnoticed.
Thank you. With that, ready to vote? All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 9, consider authorizing city manager to negotiate and execute a water sales contract extension, Addendum 5 to Town of Harrisburg.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jeff also discussed this item with council on Tuesday. This is a bulk water sale agreement with the Town of Harrisburg. Harrisburg Town Council has already approved this agreement. This will be for a 5-year term with a cap of the water available at 2 million gallons per day.
All right, is there a motion from council? Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 10, consider adopting changes in the Concord sewer allocation policy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jackie provided detail on this agenda item on Tuesday at the work session, kind of twofold. Part of the North Carolina General Assembly Bill 382 that was approved prompted some changes as well as modified in Section 4 of the policy. Per council discussion at a previous work session, council desired to have some of the criteria changed to a yes or no, and that is reflected in your agenda packet. So we'd ask that you allow us to move forward and change the policy as described.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council?
Move to approve, Mayor.
Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Number 11, consider accepting a preliminary application from Dustin McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jackie also covered this item Tuesday. This is a request for water service outside the city limits. Property address is 5097 Flow Store Road. Sewer is not available to the parcel, and as such, staff's recommendation is to allow the applicant to move forward, excluding annexation.
Thank you. Is there a motion from council? Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you. Number 12, make appointments or reappointments to various city Concord boards and commissions. There are 8 boards that would be doing it for: ABC Board, Planning and Zoning, Historic Preservation Commission, Board of Adjustment, WASAC, SMAC, which is the Stormwater, Concord Downtown Development Corporation, and Public Art Commission. In front of you, you have the list, and everybody has applied correctly. So therefore, is there a motion to approve this list and enter it into the record? Got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. Consent agenda, there was no questions, no one requested to move anything. Is there anything that somebody wants to remove out of this? There's nothing to remove out, therefore, we can go ahead and vote with a motion to approve the consent agenda. We got a motion and a second, ready to vote. All in favor, raise your hand. Thank you very much. If you have a copy of the agenda in front of you, you'll see the consent agenda this time is very long. This is typical for the end of the year. These are all the things that a lot of the state requires us to do, and various organizations we must do it for. So that's why it's 10 pages, 12 pages of things. All right. After consent agenda item RR, We will go to matters not on the agenda. TAC, Transportation Advisory Committee. Any comments?
No meeting this month.
Okay. Metropolitan Transit Committee, LJ is out of the state for training right now.
We have a meeting scheduled for the end of the month, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Concord Campus Transit Commission that'll be the one for the end of the month. Central Lina Regional Council.
I do not have a report.
Okay. Water and Sewer Authority of Cabarrus County.
Jeff, congratulations on your reappointment. We had a very extensive meeting last month on the expansion plan options. So we are diving into that. There was some that included current facility expansion, new facilities, so there's a lot of considerations going around. The next steps, I think, will be to gather some information, numbers, cost, options, and then we would like to come and present that to you guys at a second work session, because I think Jeff and I want to make sure we have a clear direction on what we're going back to the Wasatch Board to kind of, I guess, negotiate on our behalf, because we will probably be trying to make decisions by the end of the year. Is that fair? From an expansion standpoint. So we'll have lots of deep discussions soon. So anything else I missed? I think that was pretty much it.
All right. Moving on to We Build Concord. Dr. Graham, welcome. Always good to hear from you.
Thrilled to have someone else up here last month besides me.
We missed
But
you.
I heard she did a great job. Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, let me acknowledge you, Mayor Dush, City Council, Mr. Payne, Ms. Kuczynski, Ms. Deason. I have several updates, so I'm just going to go through them really quickly and see if you have any questions after. Related to the last council report, which we call the Sanctuary Project, it's 114 Curtis Street. Lyles construction has begun pre-construction and is scheduled to secure the building this weekend. This includes protecting door and window openings and securing the remaining stained glass. Through our discussions with Lyles and members of the art community, we have developed a method to preserve complete and partial stained glass windows. We have also added more single-bedroom apartments to replace the studios in the plan by adding pocket doors to a couple of the units. And so that actually now converts them into single bedrooms as opposed to studios. Our pre-construction with the City of Concord for the sanctuary will be held on June 17th. As it relates to the Malvern project, former nursing home, final bid submissions for construction are due June 17th. We have confirmed at least 3 bids, possibility of 4, which places us on schedule. Webuild has narrowed down 6 architecture and engineering RFP submissions for the Corbin Street project and 11 efficient footprint home development, you know as tiny homes, to 2 final applicants. A formal announcement will be made to vendors on June 18th and later to the public. In addition to 5 renter households, we have 4 contracted purchases and another 2 offers for the Lincoln Street townhomes as of this week. This may bring our total up to 11 initial residents or more by the end of July. There are others in the pipeline in pre-offer stages. I believe that's pretty impressive given the current market, interest rates, and location. Webuild has 6 individual homes under construction. These are single family, are in the fast-track development stage for affordable workforce housing. These properties are located at Allenson Street, the Mills off of Rocky Road, and Poplar Tent, respectively. Some of these properties were gifted with combined equity donation values of $500,000. We will conduct experiments with these properties in pre-sale and construction loans so that we're not always taking on all of the upfront responsibility, as well as building with metal framing on one unit to test its efficiency for us. Over the last 3 months, Webuild facilitated meetings with 11 state and federal legislative offices to discuss lending policies and dollars for construction and infrastructure. These facilitating discussions with national partners such as Grounded Solutions Network and National Convener of Community Land Trust and the North Carolina Housing Coalition have all offered us an honor to be part of those discussions, but even more of an honor to be asked to lead them. Over the next 2 weeks, WeBuild will provide information on the revolving construction fund and how to access applications virtually. We are currently working with the Permanent Housing Committee and Web Designer. In the next few months, WeBuild will announce its new campaign outlining goals for housing production over the next 4 years. We will release this information shortly after our board meeting in July. Of course, none of this is possible without your continued support, and I will attempt to answer any questions you have at this time.
Yeah. I do have one. That total number of homes or residents that you have either constructed or have constructed and are under construction.
So you're now going to be closer to 97?
97.
Yep.
All right.
42 of those are already done. Obviously, the ones that are coming are part of those units that you see upcoming. And I will say, too, that understand that the Kerr Street project, the sanctuary, Malvern and Corbin at some point are going to be running simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have 3 pretty decent-sized projects running all at once in addition to those single-family homes I just mentioned. I think what's good also about some of those single-family homes is obviously we've gotten much of that land donated in places that actually have higher-end housing. For example, the Mills, on average, those homes are going above 500. So we're going to be able to place some workforce housing in a place normally they wouldn't have access to. But obviously that fleas come with the dog. There will be some expense with that, particularly up front. But I think that we can make it, and I think that we can really see a true difference in that space.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public Art Commission,
No update.
Concrete Iron Committee,
No update.
no update. Anyone in council have anything else to add? It's been a interesting year. It's really been very, very good. And again, your budget work has been stellar. Thank you all so much for what you guys been doing. With that said, we'll be going into closed session. I need a motion to move into closed session. NC General Statute 143.3, 1811A, 4, and 6, in order to consider the qualification, competence, performance, character, fitness, and condition of appointment of an individual public officer. Is there a motion? Got a motion and a second. Okay, all in favor? Raise your hand. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. And with Lloyd gone, I can still write on it, okay?